Oh man, what is up, you guys? How's it going? So I was spinning up a new workspace inside of ClickFunnels 2.0, and there's a client of mine that was really interested. I'm trying to build out a proof of concept for them, and I thought to myself, you know what? Why waste a good content opportunity? I think we're gonna. This might be a little longer of a video. We might be spitballing. We might be trying to figure out stuff as we go along. But I have a little framework that I want to follow here. We're going to build a website inside of ClickFunnels 2.0, and it's going to follow. Let me see if I can line this up just right. Get my face out of the way. So we're going to follow this little checklist here to get a website built out for a professional services company called the Adams Collective. They're a group of folks that do, well, why would I tell you when I can just show you right here, mosquito and pest solutions, landscaping and lawn maintenance. They're a conglomerate of services, pressure washing, junk and debris removal, holiday lighting. Wow, guys, they really do a lot. So it'd be really cool to have their contact anytime that if you have some property or you're super busy and it's like you want your Christmas stuff done, you want your yard landscaped for parties and stuff like that. They're a really good group of people to know. And so we're going to be running through this process here and trying to turn up a workspace for them, which we've already done because I got a little ambitious, but we just basically built out a new workspace for them. We're going through a site settings configuration. And all I've done so far really is land on the dashboard and go to sites and funnels. And then I'm just inside the site settings here on my site overview. I just hit the little cog in the top right, and I'm just typing in some of this stuff right here. So I'm going to finish filling out this form and I'll restart the video once I got this form fully completed. Okay, we're back. So let's run through this form top to bottom. Basically for the site information, it's just really some basic stuff. The site title is just going to be Adams Collective Site. The domain, I'm not popping in their custom domain quite yet. That's running on a completely different platform right now. So really I'm trying to get a ClickFunnels 2.0 proof of concept for them. So we'll just run this subdomain as like a staging environment, and they can see the power of ClickFunnels 2.0 and all the options that they have available to them at this point in time. So the site fat icon, we've just got their logo instead of here, as well as the site header logo. All the time zone stuff that stays fine. I toggled this onto public. There's no reason for it not to be public right now since nobody has this URL. So we can just make it public and people can visit it. I'm not actually driving any traffic or doing any kind of tracking or anything. So no header codes, no footer codes quite yet. As we move this project further along into an actual production environment, we'll actually be throwing in things like Facebook pixels, Google tags, Hotjar as well, just be able to track people and also monitor how they're behaving and using the site. We're going to use all the style defaults for now, everything that came with the theme that we chose to install with. I chose a theme that's green, and I'm hoping that a lot of those styles are going to translate over just fine with their logo. Like they have an orange in their logo. So I think the green and the orange and like the Home Depot kind of style is probably going to pop out and be really good. So we're going to roll with that. And then the SEO and sharing, I went ahead and put a little bit of copy in here just so that if we do progress further along, then I don't have to turn around and do this again. Adams Collective is your one-stop shop for home maintenance. And Adams Collective Group helps take care of all of your home's needs so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy your biggest investment. And then we've got like a banner image here for Adams Collective LLC, where they highlight service. I think it's this right here, service, dedication, and community. Very cool. All right, I'll go ahead and update the site. So that is now another check we can hit. So site settings config is good to go. Now style guide config. Let's go into our setting, our styles, and there should only be one style on this workspace right here, this physical product style. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rename this. This is going to be Adams Collective Style. And that way I know that if I ever do any other themes or we're going to pivot and adjust, I know that this is always our default style that we can always return back to. And we're just going to go grab a few colors from what they have going on. So I'm just going to pick maybe like this orange. It looks like this is just black. I could be wrong though. Actually, that might be, 3C. Okay. So let's make a note of this actually inside of here. So let's route down. Okay, we'll route down, and then orange will be, oh man, so many options in here. This looks solid. Let's go with this color right there. We will drop that hex right there. And then the black, dark gray. We'll go with black. Black was 3C, right? So 3C. Okay, white is obviously a color. So white is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Perfect. And then I feel like we could probably work in this green that they have. I hate this green, very clashy with the orange. I think that there's something better that we can do here. In fact, I might even just leave the green that we have here because I think it does actually go really well with orange. So I'll leave all of these colors here for the time being. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think this is going to go really well. I will probably go ahead and change this though. So what I'll do is I think I need to change this color right here to our 3C, 3C, 3C and select that. Cool. That looks good. I like that. Let me just make sure. So the bullets can probably just go to white. So that can all be black and white, green and white, mixture and mixture. Okay. This is all looking good. Luckily, this style guide for someone who's doing a lot of like lawn and mosquito and things like that, this physical products theme that came from ClickFunnels actually looks pretty good already. We're just gonna have to swap out. I think the physical product is modeled after the Zuma Juice funnel, physical product, Zuma Juice and stuff like that. So let me see if they have a font. Let me go hunt around some of their stuff, see if they have a font that they would prefer. Okay, I think I've landed on something here. I think I'm gonna go with Enter as our headline font, and then Source Sans Pro as our sub and content fonts. Okay, awesome. So it looks like, oh, so this style guide has changed a little bit here. You used to enter the rim on the right, and now, so 542 1.5 rim. I think I actually need to change the base font in order for this to take. Yeah, let's run 16, which means now this is 80, 64, 32, 24. It's all still small. And they took away the toggle. Okay. And then, so not open sans, but I think we want source sans pro in here, and we'll run regular. The spacing, I think everywhere the spacing is legible. Down here could be good, but let's see, the line height's a little tall. Let's run 110. Okay, cool. Yeah. And then these ratios here, 2, 1.5, 1, and 0.75. These are all good. Everything looks legible in here. And let's just hit the content block. We will run Source Sans Pro again here. Spacing everywhere looks pretty legible. I will probably bump this to 16 on small because I don't think that there's a lot of platforms that really like it if you have font below 16 points, unless you're doing some like footer text and stuff like that. We'll put that at 1 rem 1.125, so 18 and 20 for the content. That's perfect. And that's what everyone pretty much reads at, between 18 and 20. And this is probably going to go to 110 as well. It's tight down here, 115. I can see 115. I'll leave it there. Okay. I think our fonts are looking good. Let's see what else is in the style guide that we would need to modify. So we got fonts, we got our colors, shadows. The shadows that come out of the box from ClickFunnels are all pretty good. I will probably, so shadow style 1, let's run here and let's run it like 40% alpha. It gives us a good fine line. This one, Shadow Style 2 is also good. It's a little more blur, and Shadow Style 3 also gives us even more blur. So I think it gets a little more punchy as you ascend up the shadow styles. Buttons. Oh gosh, buttons. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to modify these. Okay, so these will be Source Sans Pro. This orange needs to be, it's a little dark. I'll run with it. I'll run with it for now. We'll see if anything comes up. And then button 2 will also need to be Source Sans Pro. Perfect. And for here, we will choose our black gray, and the green can stay as our theme green. Let me just make sure that everything is looking good here. 20 pixels on our buttons is great. Line height is great. These I will need to go and apply to all the subtexts. Perfect. Okay. I think that is good across the board. Oh, I forgot. Let's go ahead and add, I think this is a roundish kind of theme. They've got like these curves and rounds and everything. And so I'm also going to put in 4 pixels border radius on the buttons across the board. And that's just going to give us a nice like rounded feeling and not such a square, harsh feeling. And we are good to go on our buttons. Super cool. All right. Buttons, corners, 4, 12, 20. I think those are really good presets. Those are good to go. And we put my face back where it goes. Guys, we did it. Top to bottom, we've got our style guide done. Good to go. Let's get out of here. We'll go ahead and mark all of that good. So on this main site proof of concept, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build out our homepage, and it's going to consist of these elements here. So we'll have a nav area, the landing portion with a bold claim headline and like a call to action and a button. The services collection. So this is essentially going to be me making probably like cards. I'll probably do some like vertical cards on the services that they have. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's really going to be easy. We'll do a 3-column row and a 3-column row. duplicate the styles there. And then we've also got, sorry, let me get back on ClickFunnels. So much clicking. Sorry about that, guys. The services collection area for we'll have all those 6 vertical cards. Who we've helped and testimonials. I'll be grabbing a couple of the testimonials and proof from their Facebook page and a fresh start discount, which we're also going to need to add above, where I'm just going to make a hypothetical deal for them. I'm going to give their customers some form of incentive as to why they need to take action now. And speaking of taking action, I think the CTA will be call now or email now. And I think those will be some good options. We'll probably also include a phone number up at the top of the page, and we'll obviously hyperlink those so people can click and one tap and be able to go call them. And lastly, a footer. I'm not sure what I'll pre-populate all this stuff with, but a lot of the ClickFunnels footers come with a whole bunch of pre-populated stuff. I'm probably just going to scrap a lot of that, be like home, about us, contact, our services, and keep it really simple from there. So I guess without further ado, let's go back to our site's overview and start cranking away. Okay. So this is the physical products theme inside of ClickFunnels 2.0. I chose this one because it has a green that is really in agreement and alignment with this green and orange that this business is trying to put out. I'm going to have to go through and probably edit a lot of this stuff, but I think top to bottom, it should be pretty easy. So let me grab a little bit of copy to start putting in a couple of places and we'll get rocking and rolling. Okay. So one of the first things that I've done here is the offer, right? So that fresh start discount. So because this is a new collective of services, I'm building out a fake or faux offer for them. Essentially, I think what we'll run is as probably something like this, like as a thank you to our early customers, when you book 2 services on the same day, we will discount the second service by 38%. Book your services today. Let's add urgency. So this deal is only good for the month of November. So hurry while dates and times are available. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's adding a little bit of the urgency component in there, which I really is always important to have urgency and scarcity inside of your offer. I might even say there's only 30 days in November or something like that, but we won't go too crazy with the copy. This is, of course, just a proof of concept, just showing what ClickFunnels 2.0 is capable of. So let's copy our offer here, or our urgency and scarcity component. And that is actually the very first thing here on the page. So yeah, that fresh start discount is actually this little hello bar up here at the top. What I'm actually going to do is these are the universal sections that copied over from the theme. We're actually going to want to unlink these and make our own universal section copies. So what I'm going to write this as is Adam's collective hello bar. I will make this a universal section. I will save the section. And now what I can do is I can go in, I'll add my copy inside of here. And now on any other page inside of ClickFunnels 2.0, I can always go and add an exact copy of this little hello bar into any page I want. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we've got our hello bar offer inside of here. So as a thank you to our early customers, when you book 2 services on the same day, we'll discount the second service by 38%. This deal is only good for the month of November, so hurry while dates and times are available. The next thing we're going to jump into is this nav area. And just like before, we're going to need to unlink this universal area, and we will go ahead and add an Adams collective nav, and we'll make this universal as well. Save that section. Okay, guys, we're back. So I dialed it way back on all of the green and everything, just to make it really simple to be able to see everything. I think some of the black and the green were clashing. And so this is just going to be a white section, and that'll be totally fine. So let's zero a lot of these values out and save our universal section. Let's see how this looks with the page. Okay, so it's going pretty well so far. This is a really big navigation area. So let me see if I can get rid of some of the padding that's on this image right here. I'll pause again. I'll be right back. Okay, I really quickly ran this logo through Photoshop, and I got a couple of new items in here. The first one is a much tightened down white version of the logo, or white background version of the logo. And then the other one here is a transparent version of the logo. I'm going to stick with white because this is all going to be on a white background. So this is looking a lot better now. And also the spacing here is a lot tighter. It's not that big of a section anymore. So we'll go ahead and save that. I'm not going to spend too much more time on it. I think that is perfectly fine, exactly where it is right now. So yeah, let's move along. And what is next on our list? We have the nav area with all of the pages. So first start discount, Adam's nav, Adam's landing section. So I think that we can get rid of a lot of this stuff. And let me just double confirm here. We have a bold claim, who we help and how we serve, and then a call to action and a button as well. Yeah, I think this is all very busy right now. And I think that we're probably going to have just a really simple center aligned, maybe just like headline, sub headline, something like that. So get my face out of the way. I can probably ditch all of this section right here. And then this will need to spike out to 5 and 6% padding on that. Let's think of like a Green Meadows kind of pasture photo, maybe something from Unsplash, and we can compress it down. I'm going to go get like a really cool background for this really fast. Okay, so I think I found something really cool. We are going to doctor this up in Figma really fast. And guys, I am not like a Figma pro or anything like that. So excuse me for being like complete novice with this, but you know what? Might as well just have you guys come tag along. We're all here for the ride anyways, and see, oops, I did not want to do that. There's the original. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right. So this, I think what I want to do is I want a fill layer on top of it. And this needs to be a linear gradient. Also, I need to change this color to our green. No, that's what it is. I need a rectangle. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do that. And this is going to be linear gradient with our green, and I need it to go the other way around like that. Okay. Okay. So someone's going to know like all the shortcuts to make this possible. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're not doing this and this. I'm like, I don't know. I'm very new to Figma. So please cut me a little bit of slack here. So yeah, let's do it like this. And then we'll get a very solid green here at the base to transition into our next section. And I think that's going to look really cool. So we'll highlight all of this, make it a group, atoms, collected background. And for anybody looking at all this mess who's like a Figma expert, like, I don't know, it's just basically my playground for throwing stuff together on the fly when you just need a little something. We will run, I guess, let's export a PNG. I'm going to have to probably compress this before it goes into a clip. No, you know what? Proof of concept. We're just going to run it. All right. Reset colors on the lightest background. We'll probably go ahead and change this to color background. And let's add in background image, drop in our really cool grassy green kind of area. All right. Probably have to deviate from the percentages and go to fixed pixels. And so we'll probably run 120 top, 140 bottom. And let's just zero out the side padding. There's probably a way to position this so that, I won't make you guys sit through this. Let me fiddle around with this really fast, make it look good. Okay, I think we have something here. I think this looks pretty good. This is still near the top, a little bit of spacing here, and it took me like 400 pixels of space to get this going. So hopefully I can come in and tidy up these pixel values so that they're not so gigantic. But in the meantime, obviously we want these greens like flowing together. And so I'm going to leave it there for now. We'll probably go back and modify it as we fill in content here and get this all kind of spaced out. So let me make sure that I have all of my values here correctly. We will also check these margins. We don't want any of that margin right there. Okay, so the copy that we decided on here was going to be really simple: who we help and who we serve. I just wanted to make sure that I got this copy down right. So at Adams Collective, we help the busy homeowner get more done. Let me make sure that we have our proper styles. Okay, great. So that all looks good. Center aligned. This is great. And yeah, so I think for our little sub headline down here, we probably want to back off the headline here by about 3%. Oh, that orange is tough to see. It may just all have to stay white, and we can probably back off the alpha to give it a little bit of, yeah, that almost feels like a green, like a light green. I like this a lot. Okay, so the last part here is a call to action, and maybe it's a little bit of like identifier. So if you are a homeowner that just can't seem to get it all done in one weekend, give us a call today. We'll take those heavy burdens off your plate. Sounds great. And then the last thing we want here is a button. Perfect. And we are probably going to blast this thing up, probably make it big. Let's go like 40-20. 20s, is it too big? 40-20 might be too big. How about 40-15? And then we'll go all caps. Give us a call today. you'll think. Okay. And then maybe a little like phone icon before, and let's drop in a phone. Oh no, phone. There we go. Very cool. Yeah. Okay, guys, I like this. I like how this is looking. I like how this is feeling so far. Does feel very like aesthetic, and I love that like the green grass. There's like horizontal lines here that let you know that like the grass is clipped. It's done. Adams Collective. We help the busy homeowner get more done. Check mark. I'm gonna go ahead and save my progress so nothing crazy happens in the meantime, and let's double check our progress. So we've got the the Adams landing section, bullet claim, call to action, and button, call or email now. Email. Let's add in a little section about business hours, or you can email outside of business hours. How about that? So we'll put a little paragraph down below here, and we want to tighten this paragraph up. We'll probably center. Yeah, it's already center aligned. We definitely want to tighten the paragraph up left to right. So probably gonna add like 100 pixels left and right here. Probably even more. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's go 200. Okay. Yeah, we want it to stay tight with all the stuff. We don't want it blowing up out the sides. Hours, phone hours, Monday through Friday, say 9 to 5, 9 a.m., 5 p.m. Friday, and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. maybe. Yeah. And then feel free to email us anytime and then they actually have an email address inside of here that I will copy and I will paste inside of here, and we will run a mail to hyperlink. So we'll copy that, type mail to : drop the email. All of that looks good. Okay, very cool. All right, so now I think that we can tighten up these sections. Let's pull this back to 150 and let's set that as 300 and see where we get with our values. Wow, that's really close. I would even say that maybe I could pull this back to 250 and see where we land. That's also looking good. I want to push the boundaries and see how tight we can get this in. 150 and 200. Still got our green there. And let's go 100 and 150. Okay. Guys, I think, we lost some in the top. 150, 150. I really want that. I really want that horizontal tree view right here. Okay. I'm going to have to let this one go. I need to keep progressing on the site. And so I'm going to let that horizontal like line go. I think everyone can tell for the most part that this is grass. We do have that fade into the next section down below. So that's what I'm going to say that's more important in my head than actually getting the view, but we can always come back and tweak and make modifications later. So I'm going to keep cranking away. There's one thing that I did forget to do, and that is to put their phone number in on their call to action. And so we'll just drop this in. So we need to, I think this will still work, even though they're forcing HTTPS in right here. So let me get rid of some of this. Yeah. Okay. Very good. We'll run that. And let's just test it really fast just to make sure that's actually going to pop up in no, it is not. Great. So that hyperlinks forces HTTPS. Let me see if there's some different options in here. Okay, I figured it out. So basically on the button, you can't say that you're going to go to a custom URL. You have to plug in a custom action link, and then you can type in it. They don't force HTTPS here. You can type in the tell short link and plug in the phone number, and you'll be good to go. So now when I preview the page, this loads up, give it a call today, and it'll ask me to make a call from my phone. And so that perfect. Cool, guys. Yeah, for the landing portion of the page, I think this is looking very good. I would say that maybe this little like disclaimer up at the top doesn't really punch out or stand out. I'm going to let that be a decision that gets made a little further down the line. If we want to put this in orange, for example, and make that a pop kind of color to draw attention to the offer. So the next thing on our list, let me pull up our list really fast. So we've got our landing section, our claim, call to action, and all our additional details. Okay, the services section. Okay, very cool. This is going to be in this green portion here. Let's reset all our colors, and I will just scrap all of that right there because we're going to, we will want a one column and copy this headline, bring it down. We'll probably available services, and I'll bring that back up to that large font right there. Okay, so this is where a little bit of the styling is going to come into play. Let's bump all of these values out, give us a little bit of space and room to breathe, and I will pull back on some of this top padding. It's all throughout here. Bring this into 80 and let's put these on percentage values for mobile rendering. 111 across the board. Just make sure that I'm not missing anything here. Okay, looking pretty even now. Okay, great. So the available services, I'll probably need to jot all this down really fast. So let's make another little submenu here and I'll pull this off to the side so we can read everything. We've got, pest services, landscaping, lawn maintenance, moving and packing. Wow, I can't believe these guys do all this stuff. Moving and packing, junk and debris removal, pressure washing, and mobile detailing, holiday lighting, after cleaning. Oh man, these guys do too much. This is okay. Let's get our menus lined back up here. Okay, very cool. So we've got the services all down pat. And yeah, let's translate this over. We will probably want to go find some imagery, but I'm going to drop just like a little, I don't know, like grass image in there for the meantime. But if you think about this, what do we want to include in a service? We'll probably want to have a picture of the service, the title of the service, and a brief description. And then underneath all of these cards, I'll probably have an additional orange call to action button from the top and make sure that gets repeated throughout the page. So I'm going to add an image here and drop all these across here. I don't know why I clicked it 6 times. I probably should have just left it at 3. All right. So then we had let's run a sub headline. We will bump up the size of that and then a paragraph. And that paragraph is good and fine there. So here's where we're actually going to style this to look like a card. I think I had done this down here inside of, yeah, but it didn't translate over. Interesting. Okay. I've done this before whenever I was building out the ClickFunnels themes initially. And I think across the board, we can do something really cool here where we'll run 3, 3, 5, 3. Our cards, will give it a background of white, no border, don't need shadows. Corners, I think 1 is our corner radius 4, and then 12. I like 12. 12 looks good. 12 looks round, like how we were trying to convey ourselves before. We will drop this down to 0, and let's drop this down to 0. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Okay. And then our image needs corners, but we only want 12 on the, very cool. All right, let's go ahead and get our grass image in here so it starts to look like a real thing. Cool. All right, now all of this text needs to go, what was it, 3C? Yeah, perfect. Go to 3C. Very cool. And all the padding that's all been applied here is all good to go. Yeah, so our first service is pest services. So let's drop that in here. Probably give it a little bit of bold. And everything here is center aligned, so we'll keep that center aligned. Kind of action going on here, landscaping and lawn maintenance. This one is going to make way more sense. Okay, so for these, we wanted 0, 0. Let me just double confirm with what I wrote over here. Zeros across the board. Perfect. Let's just 0 that out. Oh, we do want margin in the middle. That's right. Yeah. Okay, so let me run 3% margin here. No, let's go even more. Let's run 5% margin only in the center. And this can all get zeroed out across the board. Drag this guy over, making more clones, making more copies. And let's get our white background and our corners. We want style 2. Is that correct? Yeah. Oh, but the outside ones are going to look wider. Let's run 3% margin across all of these. Very good. Okay, great. So these are all going to look uniform in size now. We'll go ahead and get our corners and then perfect. Look at that. Landscaping and lawn maintenance. Don't like that gets bubbled down. I wonder if there's anything I can do. That's fine. We'll just put a line break in there for now. It'll just have to look funny for now. And that's okay because we are just getting our proof of concept here. Okay, moving and packing. And this one will also receive a line break. Oops. And there we go. Very cool. And now, using the power of the ClickFunnels editor, we're just going to hit a little copy paste right there. And we'll just change out the rest of these titles. Junk debris removal, pressure washing and mobile detailing. Perfect. All right, cool. So these will be our available services. Oh, drat, forgot to do this. There we go. Okay, cool. So yes, as far as this layout is going, really liking this. So we've got green grass. It's going to grow into, what if we just drop this even lower? Okay. Yeah, cool. So as a layout so far, I really like where this is going. Let's just run a little preview really fast, check our progress, see how it's looking and feeling across the board here. So page loads up, little hello bar at the top, Adams Collective, very clean, crisp logo there. Really like it. We got our site navigation. At Adams Collective, we help the busy homeowner get work done. Very cool. If you're a homeowner, just can't seem to get it all done in one weekend, give us a call today. We'll take those heavy burdens off your plate. Give us a call. These are our phone hours. Feel free to email us. And there's our email that's hyperlinked right there. So mail to at the email. And then they can scroll down. These are available services, pest services, lawn, landscape, yada, yada, yada. And so those are all the different tiles for all the services that they're offering at the moment. Very cool. We've been going at this for a minute now, and I think we're not done yet. There's still just a little bit more that we want to get done. So let me get my face out of the way again. So who we've helped in testimonials. I think we really want to, when you position these, it'll be positioned around the three main objections, right? So testimonials should help break down or bust anyone's internal, external, or vehicular objections that someone would have. So we've got the internal, external, and vehicular. Can a service really help me? Is probably the question they're asking here. An external objection to hiring them. This might be something like money. A lot of times, like money is a really good external objection. And it really has to do with market's crazy, economy's crazy, all this stuff is uncertain. There's so much uncertainty. So money and uncertainty, and then bring forward peace of mind that money can help buy. And then an internal objection to this would probably be someone's pride. So we can bring up pride. They can do it themselves. And so we'll probably just bring up some testimonials around these three objections here. So the internal, the external, and the vehicular. And so we'll need a testimonial portion that really surfaces three main stories. And I think we're going to keep them as like long form cards that help tell a story, and maybe just put a little person's face up above there. We'll bring this 12 pixel like card style down in order to help make that happen. So let me pause. Let me get some of this stuff done for you guys. That way you can just tune in and enjoy the finished product. Okay. Hey, we are back. That took a hot minute to go get all of that collected together, but I think it came out pretty well. I'll show you guys down here below. So our customers are some of our biggest fans. And by the way, this is the testimonials portion of the page. We're going to be here telling stories around the internal, external, and vehicular objections to hiring a collective of services to get stuff done around your house. So you can see here, we've got a sub headline and a headline here. So our customers are our biggest fans. Here's who we've been able to help. And the first person we have here is a guy named John Nichols. He's a Cherokee County local. Which is where I believe that the Adams Collective does the like a lot of their work in Cherokee County, Cobb County. This is all in Georgia, by the way. So John's been a Cherokee County local his entire life. He's only known farm work, but with his recent needs on the farm, the burden's just become too much for one farmer to handle. Adams Collective has been able to come alongside him and take care of his property needs. And that was covering our internal pride, and they can do it themselves. So this is someone who's known work their entire life and is finally needing to see that, okay, I need an extra set of hands around here in order to get the same amount of work done. The second one down on the list is this external money and uncertainty, bring forward peace of mind that money can help buy. So Lauren is a mother of two. So Lauren's been chasing her own tail, trying to take care of her two boys. They're the light of her life. And somehow playing with them takes a higher priority than getting yard work done, taking care of the exterior of the home, or even treating the yard for pests. Luckily, she brought on the Adams Collective to come handle her home, so she focuses on what's important, all at an affordable rate. So this is touching on peace of mind, getting stuff done at affordable costs, a little bit of a money component, also a little bit of a peace of mind component there. And lastly is Frank McDonough. Oh, forgot to say who Frank McDonough is and what he does. 1 second. All right. Frank McDonough is a soccer coach. I'm just going to throw that in there. All right. So like most people, Frank was skeptical that we could really get all of his odd jobs done for him, but we showed up to his property and got straight to work. He was amazed what a skilled team of professionals with the right equipment were able to get done in just an afternoon. Frank was absolutely satisfied with our work. So really touching on the component of this guy was absolutely satisfied. And maybe he had some premonition of, I don't know, yeah, sure, come by for the afternoon. I got 1 or 2 things for you guys to do. But holy cow, they really showed up and they really did an amazing job. That's the point we're really trying to drive home here. Okay, so we've got the who we've helped and the customer testimonial portion done here on the page. We can check these boxes off. Wow, guys, we were just blasting through this list here. It's very cool. Let me pull this up. So the fresh start discount. So this is basically, I'm going to reuse this gray section again, but we are going to add in, I think we can split this up into 2 columns. I'm going to go out on a limb here with some design options. And I think we're going to batch it like wide on the left side and then a call to action button on the right. Let's see how this looks by the time that we get done with it. Okay, hey you guys, we are back and let me pull this up. So we have that fresh start discount we were talking about. So that fresh start discount is a thank you for the early customers and all that. So we just wrote out a really quick, check this out for this month of November only. As a thank you, here's the deal, spell out the deal. This is very simple call to action banner. FAQ, frequently asked questions. I don't have the content for any of their FAQs or what they get asked. So I think what I'm going to do, let's just change out some of the words. Yeah. So just recapping the service. How long does it typically take to get jobs done? How long does it take per service? Maybe. Yeah. So we'll just keep this little framework of FAQs here just in case. And then the last thing down here is our footer. So we need our footer to match up with our top nav. And so I think copy the white and black. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're actually going to unlink this universal section. We will save a new Adams collective footer and we will make that universal. We'll save this section. Perfect. All right. First things first is let's make this a lightest section. Let's swap out this image for our logo. I think I'm going to go for this guy right here. Looks like it's probably on the fixed pixel. I'm going to actually set it to auto and give this column a little bit of margin, like 3%. And then this will basically be like, probably just write the business name Adams Collective. And then we'll hyperlink in this isn't even a menu. Let me get a copy of the other menu and I'll paste it in right here. All right, we got that in there. I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably end up saving this as a different universal footer in just a bit. I just want to make sure I get all my styles right before I go make a new universal footer. There's like the social connect and things like that. I know that they have Facebook. I'm probably going to make a copy of this menu and we can say connect with us. They have Facebook that I know of. So let me get these links built out really fast. Okay. Yeah, very cool. So we have our Adams Collective footer. I'm going to go ahead and get this as a universal section, Adams Collective footer 2, because we did save one earlier and I just can't be bothered to go back into ClickFunnels and overwrite the previous universal footer. So this will just be like universal footer 2. And we'll just know that like anytime we're building stuff out in the future, always use the second one of the footer. So let's preview this page top to bottom. One of the things that I love to do after a full page build is to actually take a full page screenshot of what we have built out and be able to see everything from top to bottom. So this looks really cool. I would say that things start to look blocky down here at the bottom. So maybe if I were to go any further with styling this page, I would probably go and give some section dividers down here, make the flow of the page a little more exciting. But I think so far, top to bottom, this looks pretty good. I'm going to take this, I'm going to present it to them and see what they think. Hey, here's a proof of concept for you. Here's what's possible inside of ClickFunnels. We can get all the auxiliary pages built out with all of your customer testimonials around like the pest control, mobile detailing, the lawn care, etc. And so those pages will all offshoot into basically ushering people to pick up the phone, call about lawn service, call about whatever service that they're interested in. And so this website will eventually turn into, of course, like the contact us page and our homepage here, customer testimonial page. We're just going to drop in all the Facebook screenshots. They have some really cool testimonials in here just off of pictures of the work that they do and things like that. So there's a lot more stuff that we can leverage and pump into this site. And of course, there's going to be 6 more additional pages based off of all the services that they offer as well. I'll go ahead and save that. That way I can send this off to the client. And yeah, we'll get rocking and rolling on this. But guys, I know this has been a long video, but thank you for sticking through it till the end with me. That you guys like the design that I did so far. There's definitely more that can be done, but I think as a proof of concept, just getting the idea out there and being able to communicate all of the different section components that go into this page, I think it's a pretty good start. So if you guys like this content, please subscribe, all of those bells and subscription buttons on this video. It's going to help me in my early stages of growing this channel of ClickFunnels and growing my presence online. So I appreciate it so much. Thank you for tuning in and have an amazing day.